English is the key to opportunity in this country. I know, I'm an immigrant. It's no surprise that immigrants who learn English have a better life.
The closing of several LAUSD adult education school sites has sparked anger among many students.
On December 15th, 2011, LAUSD Superintendent DC sent a budget to the LA County Office of Education that effectively eliminates many adult education programs and severely reduces regional occupational centers and programs for the 2012 to 2013 school year.
Hello, my name is Vicenta. I am from Mexico, and I am studying ESL because for me I need it in a job. I need it when I went to the dentist, when I went to the doctor, or when I went to shopping. It's really important to me to learn English in my job, especially in my job. I am a housekeeper in 5 different houses, and I really need it. When I have an interview, the first thing that they asked me is, do you speak English?
Yeah.
And I said, yes, I do. I have been studying for 5 years.
Because I want to speak English to live in America. I want to be English speaker.
I'm working in a furniture store. I like my job, but I need to speak and learn more English. It's very difficult for me sometimes because a lot of people speak English. My English is not good. I want to improve my English every day.
It's very important for my work, and it's important for go to see the doctors and communicate and make friends and socialize with the other people. And I going to buy something, I had to ask for the price and asking for directions. And I always watch TV in English and radio. I don't speak it. I don't never watch television in Spanish because Spanish is I never going to forget Spanish. Yeah, I understand 80%.
Sometimes I go to the park or the ocean, take my books, or sometimes gather with some friends to study the pronunciation or verbs or vocabulary words. But even there are many words that I don't understand, then I look up later. When I'm at the restaurant and I hear people talking and I understand, I say, wow. I mean, I feel very proud of myself because it's worth it. Pays off. Your effort of studying hard pays off.
And I like to study English because it helps me to my job, and I hope to get a better job in the future. And also, I hope to people to don't close the school, or it will be sad. I want to learn more English to speak better than now.
I need the class for my internship. The next month I take this test.
I want to study English to get a better job. If I get a better job or a better life, don't beg if I get a better job.
Lanaria Price is an ESL teacher at Evans Community Adult School in downtown Los Angeles. Thank you for joining us. of the 670,000 students in K through 12, 1/4 of them are English language learners. If we don't teach their parents English and math and history, how are they going to help their children?
Is that what many of your students come to adult education for?
For their children, and to get better jobs. And these students, I've been teaching for 39 years, and we used to go 24/7 when there was money, and our classes were always full. They're hardworking, they sacrifice, they all want to have the American dream, they want to have a better life for their children. It's just heartbreaking to think that any of these classes would be cut out.
I hope one day can stay living together with my grandchild. I want to help them. They can work, it's necessary for me. Maybe one day, if we live together with them, we're going to buy the house.
Okay.
Because I want to stay here.
Oh, sometimes, only sometimes. The boy is 10 years old. I help in English, I help a little in mathematics, and other children too, I help.
I would like to become a nurse. Well, I have a lot of goals, but I know that I have to focus on one because I would like to study like a pilot too.
For me, because finish high school.
For me, it's my dreams. I'm will be a teacher.
Okay.
Because is the girl is my dreams.
I wish can change my work in the future. I don't want all my life to housekeeper. I wish one day can have a little, we can dream, right? Little stores together with my child.
I would like to finish my school and get my GED.
Okay.
And then in the future, because I like to put a business like a store, like a 99 store. I like to put like.
To help balance a severe budget deficit, LA Unified sent preliminary layoff notices to about 2/3 of adult education teachers in the district. The planned layoffs stand to affect immigrants and the poor who learn English in adult ed classes. Teacher Matthew Kogan says the school district should reconsider.
We still don't see a lot of movement from the school board or superintendent. In fact, we're getting the feeling they're digging in their heels.
An LA Unified spokesman says the district is in negotiations with the teachers union to rescind some layoff notices to adult education teachers. There are a couple more steps in the budget process before layoff notices become final in just over a month. Adolfo Guzman Lopez, 89.3 KPCC.
Most of the students that I talk to talk very strongly about how in their countries it's not possible to get education, especially people from very rural areas. They can't afford books, they can't afford to get there. Many times the children have to help raise money for the family to survive. So they don't have a lot of resources or opportunity. And the first thing they do when they come here often is look for English classes.
I have no student in my country. I study here in the United States. I go to level 3B. I need a speaking well for communication, for job, for everybody. United States is very important English. Yeah, I need a class again.
I wanted to keep on studying, but I didn't have the money, so I decided to come to the United States. My parents got divorced and they separated, and my mother is single and she didn't work at the time. So I was the one who had to work. My first year I was a shoe shiner.
Oh.
Yeah, that was my first year, and then I was a construction worker, and then I worked at a store. I was a salesperson for 2 years.
Because in my country, they don't have a job for women, only for men. And I really need it because I support to my parents.
The letter that I wrote is as follows. I am an English as a second language teacher at Belmont Career and Education Center. I have been working at Belmont since 1998 and cannot imagine it not existing anymore due to mismanagement of funds or budget cuts. Our school serves a population of undereducated and underpaid, but motivated and intelligent learners who are hungry for self-sufficiency, equality, and the pursuit of the American dream. Almost all of us here in the United States are the product of immigrants from other countries seeking asylum from religious persecution, poverty, violence, or other national afflictions. The students I serve are no different from my great-great-grandmother who came from Germany or my great-great-great-grandfather from Norway whose name was changed in his crossing because he didn't know how to write it down. They are pioneers seeking a better life for themselves, their family, their children. They realize that the way to a better life is education, and we provide it through English, computer, citizenship, and job training classes. These newer immigrants are not leaving. Even if we stop providing the educational opportunities we have now, they will remain in the U.S. and might become burdensome. Without low-cost or free education, there will be nowhere for such a population to go but down. Their children will do worse in school because they won't have educated English-speaking support at home. California has had the largest adult education program in the United States for 100 years. It represents only 2% of the entire education budget. How can we dismantle it now? How can we add to the gross unemployment rate by taking away the one opportunity that the poorest segment of our population has to better its lot? To save our diverse culture and our country, to remain a world superpower, education is the place we need to put all of our energy and money, not take it away. There is no helping the children without helping their parents, and without helping the children, we have no future. This is my old room for my Saturday class.
They have money for the war, so why no money for school? Yeah, no money for school, but money for war. So why?
I'm Pat Morrison. Adult education, something that's been especially vital in Los Angeles, which has the highest number of educationally achieving adults of any metropolitan area in the country. Now the superintendent, John Dacey, has been talking about zeroing out that budget, not because he doesn't value the education provided in adult education, but because there's not any money for it. 300,000 students in classes across Los Angeles learning English, for example, to help their kids with their homework if they're immigrant parents, learning trades if they need new jobs, if they want to advance in their careers. The money from Sacramento has been making it, difficult to fund those and may end up zeroing it out altogether. The question is whether that's a political ploy or a reality. I put it to John Dacey last month when I talked to him about education and budgeting altogether and asked, is it possible that we'd have to close adult education altogether?
I think we're going to see programs across LAUSD recommended unless we have an additional source of revenue for closure pre-K to adult.
Let's hear from Ernest, who's in South Pasadena. Thank you for your call, Ernest.
Hi. Yes, we're concerned. Los Angeles has the most underemployed and undereducated population in any metropolitan area in the United States. 357,000 students were in our classes last year. And while we appreciate the fiscal difficulties that the district is facing, it's irresponsible for politicians, from the governor to the legislature to the local school board, to be just dumping this program without any contingency plan to meet the needs of this population. If LA Unified wants to walk away from this program, they should participate in some sort of transition that those services can continue to be provided by another provider. Some people think the community colleges should be providing this. Clearly, LA Unified doesn't think that they should be having to do it, but it's the responsibility of the governor and the legislature to provide funding to transition this program over if that's the decision that they want to make. And we think the school board's being irresponsible by just dropping this responsibility after taking the money from the state for decades and to not transition it off in some way that the population's needs are still served.